You are listening this dictation at onlinetayari.in.
Australian Prime Minister Tony Abbott arrived in Mumbai this morning on a two-day visit to India. In Mumbai, he will interact with business leaders. Our correspondent reports that the Australian Prime Minister will also felicitate young cricketers in the presence of Indian batting maestro Sachin Tendulkar and Australian cricket greats Adam Gilchrist and Brett Lee. The Australian Prime Minister Tony Abbott will be meeting the star cricketer Sachin Tendulkar in Mumbai. Mr. Tony Abbott will be visiting the prestigious Cricket Club of India where he will have an interaction with the cricket stars. Mr. Abbott is expected to sign a memorandum of understanding in the field of sports. With the ICC World Cup scheduled to be held in Australia and New Zealand in February-March next year, the government in Australia is trying their best to promote the country from the perspective of travel and tourism. Prime Minister Tony Abbott will leave for New Delhi in the evening. He will meet President Pranab Mukherjee, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj tomorrow. On the eve of his visit to India, Mr. Abbott had said he plans to sign a nuclear cooperation agreement that will allow Australia to sell uranium to India. The Joint Secretary in the External Affairs Ministry, Sanjay Bhattacharya, told reporters in New Delhi that the Australian Prime Minister will hold delegation-level talks with his Indian counterpart on a wide range of issues of international, regional, and bilateral importance. The delegation-level talks will also include a discussion on cooperation in key areas of security, defense, and trade. Prime Minister Gilad's visit to India in 2012 had seen the commencement of civil nuclear energy negotiations. He have 5 rounds of negotiations till then since then which have been very productive. For us, Australia is a major supplier of resources, particularly energy necessary for our development needs. Both sides seek to further strengthen and add substance to our strategic partnership and develop an enduring partnership. The government has notified new Lokpal Search Committee rules giving it more freedom to recommend names for chairperson and members of the anti-corruption body outside the list provided by the Department of Personnel and Training. The earlier rules, which were formed by the previous UPA government, mandated the search committee to prepare a panel to be considered by the Prime Minister-led selection committee from amongst the list of persons given by the Department of Personnel and Training. In the new rules, the government has also reduced the composition of the search committee from 8 members to 7. The search committee will now consist of 7 persons having special knowledge in anti-corruption, public administration, and vigilance. Official sources said with the changes in the search committee rules having been notified, the government will go ahead with the process of appointment of chairperson and members of the Lokpal. Stop.